Well, I was born in a place which is now near Chandigarh called Kharad, which was then in Punjab. It is still in Punjab. In 1944, my father was in the State Revenue Service, and therefore he would get transferred from place to place. And I started my schooling in Ambala, went to a place called Fatehabad, a place called Jhajjar, and then he moved to Delhi. So I had my schooling in all these places. I went to college in Delhi for a year and a half, and then I joined the railways as a special class railway apprentice, as technically it is called, but as a trainee mechanical engineer. So I did my mechanical engineering and production engineering with the railways in a place called Jabalpur in Bihar. And then I was on the railways for 10, 12 years. I was on the Northern Railway, so I moved in various parts of Northern Railway. And then I got married, and during that period my wife was working on her MPhil, and I thought I should stay in Delhi. Incidentally, I had also joined an evening MBA course in Delhi University. So I stayed in Delhi for 3-4 years in that connection. There, a management trainee told me, why don't I do a PhD? And I said, I don't want to do it. But one thing led to another, and I found myself going to the US for a PhD, and then my wife also followed. So both of us did our PhDs in the US at Louisiana State University. Then I came back. Before coming back, somebody had suggested, why don't I apply to the IIMA? And I applied to the IIMA, and that process took quite a while, almost 2 years. In the meanwhile, I had come back and I joined the railways at the Railway Staff College, as it was then called, in Baroda. And then the IIM offered me a position, and I moved to the IIM. A colleague and a friend in the US who was a professor at the University of Chicago, a former railwayman again, and he suggested that I should apply to IIM Ahmedabad. He first asked me, why don't I stay back in the US? And I said I would not want to. And he said, you should get into academics. I said, I'll get into academics after I retire from the railways. So he said, that'll be too long and that'll be difficult. You should get into it right away. So I said, and the universities in India are not no good, and therefore, so he suggested go to IIMA. I actually told him that, look, IIMA is a big place. He said he was here at IIMA as a visiting professor for a year. So I told him, I said, you are a PhD from Carnegie Mellon and you are a full professor in the University of Chicago. I am doing my PhD from a university which is better known for its football team than for its academic standards. So he said, no, if you were to write to them, they will look at what you have done, not necessarily where you have done it from. So based on his suggestion, I wrote a letter to the then dean. And I didn't hear from them for a year and a half. And then I got a cable. Those were the days when there were no, faxes or telex or email. So I got a cable saying, please meet our director, Dr. I.G. Patel, in so-and-so hotel in New York City on so-and-so date. So by that time I was fairly advanced in my PhD program, and I had also become a little, I suppose, confident and maybe a little arrogant. So I sent a cable back saying that I will go and meet your director if you give me airfare from Baton Rouge to New York and back, and a night stay in the same hotel where your director is staying. So I got a new, again, cable saying, don't worry about it, speak to him on the phone. So I spoke to Dr. I.G. Patel on the phone. He was a very, very nice person. And he said, I just want to know whether you'd go back or not. Your capability in your area of study, your colleagues will decide. I have nothing to say. So he said, please get in touch with us when you get back. So when I got back, I got in touch, and then I was invited for a seminar for 2 days or something. And I gave a talk, I gave a seminar, I met people in the area and elsewhere. The normal process of recruitment that I think it continued till I was there.